At 3:17 a.m., in the quiet town of Cedar Falls, a mother jolted awake. Not because of a noise, but because of the sudden, unnatural silence that filled her home. When she stepped into her baby's room, the crib was empty, and the window she remembered locking only hours earlier was standing wide open, the curtain drifting inward like someone had just slipped through it. But nothing, absolutely nothing, around that window explained how her baby could have been taken. No footprints, no fingerprints, no scratches, no forced entry. It was as if her child had simply vanished. Tonight, we go inside a case the sheriff's office refuses to discuss. A case where answers dissolve into shadow, and the truth may be something investigators were never prepared to face. March 2nd, 2019 began like any ordinary night for 27-year-old single mother Emily Hart. Her world revolved around her 11-month-old son, Noah, a child she described as her reason to keep going, no matter how exhausted or overwhelmed she felt. That night, home security footage captured Emily rocking him gently at 9:42 p.m. She swayed back and forth, holding him close, unaware that this would become the final quiet moment she'd ever have with him. Several hours later, while the rest of the neighborhood slept, something unexplainable moved through her home and changed her life forever. At 3:17 a.m., Emily realized she couldn't hear Noah breathing through the monitor. She rushed from her room, heart pounding, and ran into the nursery expecting to find him asleep. Instead, she found an empty crib. Panic hit her instantly as she tore through the house. Every room, every door, every closet. Nothing. No sound. No trace. When she raced back into the nursery, her eyes landed on the window. Unlocked. Open. Exposing the room to the cold night air. Emily was certain she had locked it. She was meticulous about that window. And yet now, it stood wide open. Within minutes, she was on the phone, begging authorities to come. Her voice broken, breathless, and filled with the kind of terror no parent should ever know. When officers arrived, they expected to find the usual signs of a break-in: tracks, fingerprints, disturbances, anything pointing to an intruder. But the scene was something entirely different. The room was spotless. No overturned toys, no marks on the sill, no scuffs of a shoe or hand. The crib looked untouched. The carpet held no impressions. The entire room felt eerily still. Veteran officers described it as wrong. Too clean, too perfect. Then they examined the window. There was no sign of tampering. The lock wasn't broken. The latch wasn't damaged. It had simply been slid open, as if by someone inside the room. But Emily insisted she had locked it. She remembered hearing the click. She remembered checking it twice. Her certainty never changed. At 4:52 a.m., while search teams combed the woods behind her home, a neighbor approached officers. An elderly man, nervous and shaking. He explained that around 3 a.m., he had heard something strange drifting from the woods. A lullaby. Soft, gentle, almost soothing. Not Emily's voice, not a recording, but something he described as another woman's voice, echoing faintly between the trees. There were no women in the woods. No campers. No pedestrians at that hour. Nothing that could explain that sound. It was the first of many details that made investigators question what they were dealing with. Emily's baby monitor had been recording all night. Investigators played it back frame by frame, listening to long stretches of silence. And then at 3:14 a.m., it began. A faint humming. A melody. The same tune Emily often sang to Noah. But the voice captured on the device wasn't hers. It didn't sound like any human voice at all. Audio specialists later described it as layered, 2 or 3 tones blending at once, creating a harmony that didn't match natural vocal patterns. As the humming grew louder, Noah stirred. At 3:17 a.m., he cried out. And 1 minute later, the crying stopped. The humming cut off as well. Silence filled the room until Emily woke up. Whatever happened to Noah occurred in that quiet, impossible minute. When daylight arrived, the woods became the focal point of the search. Dogs were brought out, combing the brush, weaving through fallen branches. Eventually, they stopped. Every dog circled the same patch of ground, again and again. Officers pushed through the foliage, cleared leaves, and uncovered a single object. A tiny baby sock. It was Noah's. Fresh, clean, not torn or snagged, not dragged through dirt. And around it, nothing. No prints from boots. No impressions from feet. not even animal tracks. It was as if the sock had simply appeared there, placed gently on the ground, and left untouched. In the days that followed, Emily unraveled. Detectives found her trembling in the interview room, exhausted beyond anything they'd seen. She insisted she felt something in the house the night Noah vanished. Not a person, not a presence she could identify, but something watching her, something waiting. She said Noah had been pointing to the window for weeks, staring at it, fixated, almost fearful. She thought he was simply curious. Now she wasn't so sure. As the investigation grew colder, detectives began digging into older case files from the area. What they found shocked everyone involved. 3 other infants had disappeared over the past 2 decades within a 15-mile radius, each from a home bordering the same forest behind Emily's house. Each case shared the same details.